Oh, it worked right away this time.
Oh, yeah.
It worked right away.
Hi.
Hi. So welcome back to our channel.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited because I didn't think this was going to work because I just didn't. Because last time we did it on my phone, it didn't work out that great for us. And sorry, excuse me for 1 second because I just want to make sure I would like to see us what we're doing on
rude.
YouTube
Rude.
while I'm doing it. Just because I'm just curious to what's going on. But Steven, you can say hi to people and let them know what we're doing.
Okay, so we thought about a question that a lot of people have asked.
This was asked this gets asked like every week pretty much, and I got an email about it last week and then like 3 comments about it within the last week or so. And so that's why I see it.
Woo!
I see it. We're good to go. Okay,
Yep.
We're good. We're golden. It's a little fuzzy, but that's okay. But we also really cheap, and so we have cheap internet. we have AT&T internet. So if this is super poor quality, we apologize. But at least we're both here together, and you can see us. And my melanin is popping. Ding. So you're welcome. You're welcome on that. So yeah, basically this video is on benefits of being a military wife or spouse / husband / whatever you want to put in the blank, because people ask for it. So I scrolled YouTube, trolled YouTube, looking to see what information was already out there, and basically I don't know, 100% of the information that's out there is from a spouse's perspective.
Yeah.
And so I was curious to see what Steven thought benefits of being a military
What do
spouse.
I think?
What do you think?
Maybe I have some ideas people want to hear.
And maybe you don't.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
So basically, this video is, I thought would be unique to see what actually the service member is thinking are the benefits of being married to someone in the military versus what the person who is married to a person in the military thinks. So we each wrote down our own list of like our top 3 things. And so Steven's gonna go first. So you give your top 3 things of benefits of being a military spouse.
Okay, so
go.
The first one I thought of, and this is
You have no cards.
Yeah, here it is. Boom. Healthcare.
Healthcare backwards. Healthcare.
Well, we're reading it, but wait.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if that's back. Oh, no, it's right. It's correct on the screen down there. Good.
Okay. Okay.
So, healthcare. This was one of the main reasons why one of the main things that convinced me that joining the Army was a good idea was because I wanted to make sure that my occupation was providing healthcare for my family, for my wife. And so that's why I picked it. And the benefits that come along with that.
That's why you picked it as one of your benefits.
Yeah, that's one of the why I picked it as one of my benefits. And so the things that kind of go along with the healthcare are there's a hospital on post. There's going to be a hospital of some kind or another on almost every duty station that the soldier's going to be at, okay? And us specifically, we have one that's less than a mile away. Yeah. So that's one great benefit. You have a hospital nearby. Another benefit is, it could be a benefit, but you might see it as a drawback. There's no shopping. Yeah. You have TRICARE. You can choose between TRICARE Prime and TRICARE Standard. Yeah. But those really the only options. Now,
kind of a one-stop shop.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about which one's the best deal. You have one
deal.
You have one option.
One option.
It's nice that you don't have to go through the effort of shopping around, but you don't get the option.
Yeah.
The last benefit that I have about it was its affordability.
It's a couple dollars a month.
We don't have to worry about, so if you have TRICARE Prime and you're going to the on-post hospital, you don't have to worry about copays. You don't have to worry about paying for medications. You don't have to worry about any other expenses.
Now, with that, neither of us have an eye doctor. And so I have heard people sometimes having to pay for certain things. But granted, this is from the perspective of 2 people that don't take any medication and don't have any special eye needs, or like I don't know. Like we don't have like any like special, if that makes sense. Like we're at a duty station that has an on-post hospital. that's not necessarily the case if you're somewhere where there isn't an on-post hospital. That's a whole nother video, so we're going to stick to the topic.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tangent. So yeah, so you said healthcare. Okay, moving on. What's your other one?
The next thing I wrote down was housing. So housing on, well, you have the option of choosing housing on post. You have the option of choosing housing off post. And the benefits that come along with that are you can have housing near work. If you choose housing on post, you know you're going to be at least a few miles from your work.
So
generally.
you put on post, and then what was the last one?
So then there's, it's easy. It's pretty easy to find housing. You can just go and talk to the housing office, and they'll set you up with housing here on post. But you also have the option to choose off-post housing, and if you do that, then you have the option of making a little extra money off of your BAH, which is your basic allowance.
But that's confusing. So you're saying healthcare and housing.
Yes.
And what's your last one?
And my last one is community.
Okay.
So the community that you have access to while you're in the military, or in the Army specifically, you have access to the MWR, which is an organization that gives very inexpensive.
It's dope.
Program you can rent.
U-Hauls, trucks, RVs, campers.
Yeah.
I mean, vacation deals. It's dope. The NWR is probably one of my.
Yeah. Vacation deals, all sorts of activities that they have going on all the time to benefit Army families. Then there's the FRG. So wherever you go, there is going to be some group, some semblance of a organization of community for the family, for the spouse. And the very last thing was the USO. If you've never been into the USO, if you've never seen what a USO is, they have them on posts, on military bases and posts, as well as in the airports. And they are fantastic. They offer all sorts of free and inexpensive services.
I don't think they charge anything at the USO. I don't think they charge for anything. There's showers. You can sleep. If your flight's delayed and you're stuck at the airport for a day, you can literally go to the USO and sleep.
Yeah.
Some of them even have beds. There's food. There's dinner. There's computers. There's printers. There's internet. There's showers. There's sometimes they have little rooms, like if you're a mom and you have to like breastfeed. Like the USO is dope. And you can find them most of the time on military posts or in the airports. So that's what a USO is. Yeah. But this is a work in process, but we have a question. So bear with us here. And then also bear with us too, because obviously we get so many questions. We're still new at this. And so sometimes we'll kind of go off on a tangent. Like you just went on like an 8-hour tangent about housing, which that wasn't the point. It was just the 3 benefits of a military spouse. So Stevens are community, healthcare, housing. Awesome. You're so good. So let me read this. Let me read the comment we got. It says, my cousin is trying to find a wife before boot camp starts the end of this month. Pray for his 19-year-old wild self. He thinks women won't act the same once he has the fully pledged. Good info, by the way, so far. Okay, so you don't need to find a wife before you go to boot camp.
No.
You really don't. Like, this is the thing. The Army, the Air Force and Navy, the Coast Guard, whatever you're joining, doesn't play games. If you have a spouse or if you have a child, they don't play games with getting your dependents benefits. So you don't need to find a spouse before boot camp. It really doesn't benefit you in any way. In fact, you probably want to make sure too the person also wants you for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that shouldn't be part of the equation. When Steven proposed, the Army wasn't even on the table.
No.
I didn't even know that was a thing. He was a cute, chunky high school Spanish teacher. Like, that wasn't even on the table. So, anyway, so I'm going to do my 3 things. Oh, you're welcome. You got it. Yeah, so literally, like, when they're away at basic, you're at home. And then also, Steven had to bring with him our marriage license, my social, my birth certificate, all this information. So it's not like automatic. Like if you get married if you get married and you're not actually like married when you go off to basic, it's just not going to do anything for you.
Right. Like
the benefits really kick in once like you're together, and or if everything's settled. And also, again, this is going up with the question we got. Don't think that all these benefits are dependent upon having a wife. You just need a dependent. So I'm as much as a dependent as like a child. Like we're
Right.
way the same. We're in the system the same. So
Yeah.
so now here are my benefits,
Yes.
which are completely different than Steven's.
Yeah.
So I put knowing your spouse has job security, which I think is very important to me, because I like the idea that my husband doesn't have that stress of like, oh no, like, am I gonna lose my job? Like, I'm just gonna get fired. I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's a huge thing for me. That's a huge benefit for me, is knowing that my husband can go to work and do a good job and not just get out because, sorry there, son, gotta get my kid through college, gonna have to let you go. Like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know, and then also, you don't just get like fired from the military. You get separated from the military, and it's like this whole process. So just knowing that, you know, when my husband leaves out the door to do his job, that he's not going to get fired based on like the stock market or like someone wanting to hire their kid or his boss just not liking him. Like, there's like a whole process.
Yeah, you're not gonna have Army's not gonna do layoffs.
Yeah. So
and you're not gonna have like one petty boss that's just like get him out of here.
Get him out. So it's not at will, okay? The Army's not at will employment. So mine was job security, learning a new culture, which was nowhere on your radar. But to me, I love learning about different people and different like lifestyles. And when I say lifestyles, I literally mean like how people live in like Taiwan versus like how people live in the States versus how people live in like Mississippi versus Kansas versus Phoenix. Like I'm really intrigued by people who don't live the way I do. Like, there's nothing more interesting. Like, someone that's come from a very metropolitan place, is interesting to me. It just like, it was interesting for people. Like, I remember being 16, the first time I had ever seen like mountains with snow on them.
Yeah.
I just never seen it. And then I remember Steven had never seen the ocean until he was 28. And that just to me is just like mind blowing. Like, like, you haven't seen the ocean? Like, it's crazy. So it's just like that, to me, that's such a huge benefit. Like, our neighbor next door is from Puerto Rico. Our neighbors on this side, I think he's from Texas and she's from, I can't remember where she's from, but like, and then the people across the street from some whole other state. And so it's just like, you're right there. You get all these different people. So anywho. And then my third one was being part of a huge club. Basically, the Army's kind of like a club. Yeah. And what I like about that is benefits to any club. Being part of a group, networking, meeting new people, kind of. I feel like right now for millennials, which we are, I just spit, sorry. It's a pretty competitive market out there. Yeah. You know, everyone's kind of holding on to their opportunities close to their vest. A lot of people who used to just kind of like spread the love are kind of like hoarding it just because it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. Everyone has a degree. Like, everyone has a story. Everyone has something they've overcome. Like, everyone has something going on. But the more networks you can be in, the better. And especially if you can find one that's so old that's not going anywhere. Like, you can't say that about necessarily a fraternity or sorority, but like the Army, military's not going anywhere. Right. It just isn't. It's changing, but it's not going away. Yeah. So, I don't know. So that was mine. So Steven's 3 benefits of being a military spouse were healthcare, housing, and community. Mine were job security, being part of like a club or whatever, and learning new cultures. So I think that's very interesting because when you go online or when you're searching, like, I mean, I personally never searched this, but my sister was in the military, and then I grew up around a lot of people that are in the military, so I kind of like had kind of a gist, and then also I kind of just like probably should have done a lot more research before Steven actually enlisted. As far as like me, I was just worried about him. Like, I sat in the recruiter's office and read his contract every single page. Yeah. Took me a long time. And I was like, I'm not being rushed. I have questions. So, as far as like what I was getting out of it, I didn't care. I just wanted to make sure he was safe. But it's just interesting to me because that's such a big one. That's a big one I hear. So all the ones that I hear a lot on the internet, Stephen had, like, first, which were the housing and the healthcare and all that stuff. But I don't know. So it's just an interesting kind of perspective. I personally feel that job security is huge. Like in this climate, I don't see how there could be any better benefit. Like I'd rather have no healthcare and know my husband can't get fired for no reason. Like with just how employment laws are set up in the U.S., it's just like, to me, that's kind of like invaluable. Like I like that. Like I like that. Like you literally can't just get fired. No. They don't just fire you. No. So yeah, so that's probably why we did this video. Again, there's a lot of really, really good YouTubers out there that have good information. Hey, good evening. Hi, Tina. There's tons of YouTubers that have tons of good information. One YouTuber I really like is Britt and Connor. She's a very, very good YouTuber, but then also just make sure, keep in mind, whenever you're trying to get information about anything, keep in mind, one, the branch that person is in that you're getting the information from, and two, what their specific experience is in the military. So like Brittany, she doesn't have kids and she's newlywed and she's a millennial. So am I. So I actually get a lot of really good information from her channel, and it pertains to me. So she doesn't have any like cleaning videos, she doesn't have any like mommy and me videos, but she has a lot of videos as far as like jobs, how certain things work, this and that. And then also, but how they're up at Fort Lewis, I believe, in Washington, but how their military post does housing is completely different from how Fort Campbell does housing. So her BAH experience and my BAH are completely different. So we live on post, but they don't take all our BAH at Fort Campbell. But that's not the situation necessarily at where she's at. So it's always important. And then also I don't have kids. He doesn't have kids. No. She doesn't have kids. Her husband doesn't have kids. So one aspect of the whole BAH you're not going to get from either of our channels is that you can get BAH and not have a wife. You just need a dependent. You need a dependent that you're taking care of at least 50% of the time. Or you have physical, legal, or joint custody of, and you have them 50% of the time. Or you're supporting them and you can prove that. And that could be a kid. Did you ever thought you'd be a military wife? No. I never thought I'd be a military wife. My parents were never in the military. There's 7 kids in my family. My oldest sister is the only one that ever enlisted. I never, ever, 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 ever thought I would be a military wife. Partly just because this is not something I thought I would be. And then I think also to representation. Most of the time when you see military spouses, I'm just guessing, most of the time you see military spouses, they don't look like me on TV. And I'm definitely one of those people that kind of associate like what my life is. Like, I don't know. Like I believe in that whole like mind thing. Oh, Steven is... He is lucky. Am. I believe in that whole thing. Does that make sense? Like I could see myself being like... okay, so I've never saw myself being a military wife, but I had a goal in my life to like one day have enough money to like, if I'm at a restaurant and I see someone in uniform, and I'd be like, I got your lunch. And so, but like that didn't take very long. So I used to do that all the time. So like being a part of the military community, like I could see myself working at like the VA hospital or something like that. Like I could always see myself being around the military and around soldiers, but I grew up, I mean, before I moved out to Arizona, I used to walk every morning to the Arlington Cemetery. That was my workout. So it's like I'm familiar with the military, but I never thought I'd be a military wife. Like I thought especially since I got proposed to by a teacher. So I just thought I'd be just like I don't know, just a wife. So that's what I thought. So I never thought I would be, but it hasn't been a bad experience. Do you work out together? We used to work out together all the time. In fact, Steven's first time running a mile outside of high school was with this girl. Yes. My husband could not run a mile before he went to basic training.
No, I couldn't.
Wouldn't do it. Not only couldn't do it, wouldn't do it.
I was mad.
He was mad at me. He was mad. He was mad at me. He took forever. I wouldn't have asked him to do it if I knew we were going to be there for like 45 minutes. I would have been like, but yeah, so we do work out together, and Steven's actually really sweet because I'm still in physical therapy. So, because I broke my kneecap last year, and so Steven actually helps me, and he walks with me, and he lets me cry because I do cry a lot because my knee does hurt, and he does this physical therapy with me, and he holds my hand, and so that's a trial right there. Try being a newlywed living with someone for the first time with a broken kneecap. There you go. That is a true testament of love.
Yeah.
The true testament of love right there. If you can humble yourself to ask for help in those embarrassing moments. But yeah. So we work out together. We walk together. We love to walk together.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely probably one of our biggest bondings because, I don't know. One of Steven's love languages is quality time. So
yeah,
I think we try to make that effort to do that. And then obviously because he's not like, Steven's a trained soldier. He wasn't born a soldier, you know? I know that sounds weird, but like some people it's like, they're like born to play football. And there's some people who are like born to be soldiers, and like, and then there's people who are trained. So he was definitely trained, which the perk of that, he's very patient with me. So now that I'm going through this process where I'm relearning how to like do everything as far as like physically goes, as far as my legs are concerned, it's pretty dope because it's like I'm not like curving his workouts. I'm not like slowing him up, so we work out together sometimes. That was a good question. Yay, I love him. He's so cute. Okay, I hope, what is the best part to be in the military? What do you think, babe?
Ooh, the best part. The best part is safety in our home, and there's security in like financial security, healthcare security. The fact that we live on post makes me feel much safer. Except we posted that video about somebody getting their washer and dryer stolen right
what's
near
your
our
best
house.
part? What's the best part for you, babe? Like, what's the best part? Like, when you close your eyes, like, what's the best part? Is it like doing your job? Does your job make you proud? I don't know why I'm closing my eyes. Or is it
I'm
like
closing mine.
Is your job security? Like, what is it? Like, what's the best part? Like, if someone's like, I'm gonna give you $10, tell me the best part of being in the service. What would you say? That was the question.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I love you. Take your time, honey.
Taking my time.
He's thinking. He'll get it. He'll get it.
I think it's having pride in my work. I do have pride in doing the work that I do. And it's something that keeps me going in the work I do. It makes me feel like I can come home and I can face my family, I can face my wife and feel proud of what I'm doing every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the general, like the best feeling that I can think of right now.
Oh, deep question, right? You guys are awesome. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm not in the military necessarily. I know they say like you unless you're a family enlist. I guess my favorite part of being a military spouse would just be. Oh, I mean, okay, I hope this does not make me sound like a crazy person. Okay, so I'm not a mom, right? And the last time I felt really proud of someone was at my little brother's high school graduation. I felt really proud. It was like seeing someone just accomplish something, and it just makes your heart just so full. And I just imagine that like parents feel that way all the time. But so I think for me, the best part about being part of the military community is you have so many opportunities to feel proud. Like your heart just gets so, I'm getting emotional. So basically, feeling proud. I don't know why I'm being so much right now. So I get so proud and so excited for Steven, and it's like the best feeling in the world to see the person that you like goof around with and like poke fun at and like just ew, just like your person, you know, like your person. And just to see them just like have just like an accomplishment, to see them just like succeed, and to see them get opportunities. I mean, I would assume that's what a mother's love must feel like, or like, you know, what a grandparent feels like, or when you are further along in your marriage, you know. But when you marry a soldier, you know, from Jump Street, they have like the first thing they do is they enlist, and then they graduate basic training. All of them do.
Yeah.
And from the beginning of the career, to get all these opportunities to see your spouse just feel pride and win. Like, that's it. There's not like, once in a while they have like honorary, like the best person in the class or whatever. But like typically it's just like typically it's just like everybody. Yes, soldiers are very handsome. Typically it's just everybody is just like everyone's at the same spot. Like when you go to like a basic training graduation, for the most part, it's just like you're all there and your soldiers are all completed the same thing, and you're all just bursting at the seams. It's like, it's definitely a team sport, but it is very individualized, because they get a spiritual and a tangible reward. The spiritual reward is, I got promoted, I finished basic, I got accepted, I'm an NCO now, I'm an officer now, I'm, a master shooter, or whatever it's called now. What is it called? Expert shooter. Right. But it's like, they get that, but then they also get an actual like badge, like an actual tangible item. And so it's like so dope. I don't know. Training every day is so healthy. You know what? Yeah, they do train every day, but you would be surprised of how many people don't stay healthy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. You would think.
That's honestly that's one of the things that does put you in. Does put your job in jeopardy.
Yeah.
If you let yourself go,
it's
You get tested a couple times a year.
Tina, they have unhealthy. Yes, really. They will put you on a profile, like a diet plan. Yeah. But yeah, you can get, if you get too overweight, you can get kicked out of the military for that. Waking up so early, I'd be skinny. See, that's it. If you wake up early and your spouse is mean and doesn't allow sugar in the house, and doesn't cooks you salads for, like, so Steven is a lover of carbs and all things delicious. So he owned. That. Yes, I know I'm chubby, so it's probably hard to believe, but we actually eat very, very healthy. I would probably say I cook 70% vegetarian, vegan at home. Yeah. Just to mix up for all the other things you do, like Starbucks, or when you eat pizza out or whatever. So we eat super healthy. We don't have sugar in the house, because we just don't. We just got oil. We went like a first whole year of marriage, and I did not have oil in our house. Yeah. Like, I would steam a lot of food. Yeah, we didn't have olive oil. Like, I'm very like particular, because yeah. So yeah, so it's easy to stay skinny if you don't come home and then you eat like 4 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Not enough PT's gonna help you. What's your favorite place that you might get discounts at?
Honestly, one of the biggest discount I have ever seen.
No, don't tell our secret. Then everyone else is gonna go there. Okay, that one we're not gonna tell. It's a restaurant in Nashville that's dope, but like everyone will go and then they'll stop giving the discount. So not putting that on the internet. My favorite place that we've gotten a discount at would have to be. You have to find out for yourself. Who has a really good discount that we love? That we always use? We're like, military discount. Who does a military discount? That's good.
There's clothing stores Old Navy does.
Old Navy does a very good. Basically, Old Navy's discount just basically deletes all your taxes. So yeah, Old Navy is probably the best. In my opinion, Old Navy is definitely a good one. And then I would say Southwest Airlines. You
Yeah.
can get a good $30, $40, $50 off your flight if you call Southwest. But you have to call. You can't do it online. If you call them, yeah, Old Navy is dope because they will give. It doesn't matter how much you spend. They apply the military discount.
Yeah.
And lots of times, if you ask, like, hey, can I get a military discount? But I don't want the military discount if you have a coupon. Yes, call Southwest Airline, takes care of the soldiers. And they give you free flights.
Yeah.
And they give you free luggage.
Yeah.
And priority boarding. And United upgrades the first class. The 2 times we flew United, we got free first class upgrades. Yep.
Yeah.
First class. So definitely head up Southwest. Southwest and Old Navy definitely is a huge one. Wow, I'm going to marry a soldier. Girl, you're pretty and blonde. You live in Asia. I know there's soldiers all around you. You stop playing in your next life. We're going to have to book my tickets. Yes, so call Southwest Airlines. They will get such good care of you. Oh, in Disney. Disney
really?
does very good discounts. If you actually call Disney and ask them about their military days, and Six Flags.
Yeah.
Six Flags almost does 50% off for active duty soldiers.
Yeah.
Six Flags gives a huge discount. So if you have kiddos, they'll definitely take really good care of you. I need to join the military too. No. If you want to.
If you like.
Or you can just come, we'll adopt you. You can be part of our family. Come on down, Fort Campbell. But single mom. But you're such a good mom, and your little chicken nugget is like the cutest thing. I'm obsessed with your YouTube channel. Okay, we'll adopt you. Done. Done. We have extra bedroom, spare bedroom, so it's yours, and it has its own bathroom, so it's all yours. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Maybe they can buy tickets for us. But you know what? You can't. They make you show your military ID upon receiving whatever discount it is most of the time. But I would say the airlines it's not really a discount, but the cool thing is you're pre-checked, if that makes sense. So like you don't have to like take off your shoes and like do all that stuff. You can just kind of like go get through security a lot faster with the military ID.
Yeah. And
then you get priority boarding. So when they try to pull that foolishness during the holidays, oops, overbooked. Someone needs to get off. And I'm like, not me. Unless they're offering some tickets somewhere like Hawaii, then I'll be tribute. If not, Right. What is that from? What movie is that?
That's Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. I'll Hunger Games it if it's free flight somewhere. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like but no, there's a good discounts. Those are probably my favorite is the perks. Yes, but this is the thing. Most of the time, your soldier's gone, so you don't have a lot of time to enjoy those military benefits. Like Steven's been in the military for almost 3 years, and we have not yet taken a full Christmas vacation yet.
No.
He's missed both my birthdays, both our honeymoons, both our anniversaries.
Yeah.
Our actual honeymoon got cut in more than half.
Yeah.
So there's good discounts, but lots of times they're away, so they're not really there to enjoy them with you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that we're still not super duper grateful for them.
Yeah.
But like we haven't really been time where we're together.
Yeah.
And like
I've the time that I've been away besides basic training and AIT.
You shouldn't give let's not give specific dates and times.
Oh, I'm not.
Training.
I'm not. I'm just saying there were times where I was in the field.
Yeah.
And twice I have, but like the rest of my company, they've been in the field more than I have.
Yeah.
I got lucky. Well, not lucky because I had a broken
collarbone. You had surgery, so it wasn't really luck.
Yeah.
But he's gone a lot. But yeah, you shouldn't give training details on YouTube. We're gonna skip that. So, anyways, moving on. So they're gone a lot of times, and then I guess one thing people forget about is they think, oh, your husband's home because he's not deployed, but that's not true. They can be off training somewhere or doing other things, so they're gone a lot, quite often actually. But that's okay. God is still good. Are you feeling lonely or happy? LOL. My military wives in Japan, they tell me they're like single moms with great money. So sad. I'm so happy you're loving each other. I feel um I feel happy, but I was definitely very lonely last year. But that was also because Steven was new in the military, so he still didn't really like have a soul yet. That's what I say. It's not very nice, but like he's still just so focused on.
Right.
So he wasn't around, and I remember one time I went 4 months sleeping alone in our house, even though we were in the same state. So that got really lonely. For me, when we're close but far apart, I get very lonely. But I'm happy. Yeah, exactly. But people just think, oh, they're together. No, I haven't seen them in a long time. I'm happy. I think the thing is I'm pretty honest. You can't tell him there, right?
Can't call him there.
No. And then we were also on opposite schedules. So he was working from like 10 o'clock at night until
like 6 a.m.
6 a.m. So I was trying really hard to stay awake. And then I'd rush over for this like little 8-minute segment he had before he would go off to work. And I'd bring him breakfast while I was like sleeping. And then sometimes I'd bring breakfast for like other people too.
Yeah.
I'd make them little meals and stuff. And I was tired. I did that for like 5 months.
Yeah.
I tried to sleep during the day, but then I was up all day with my phone in case he called and he needed me. And then I would get up, I'd take a little nap, I'd go to the barracks, I'd sit in my car, I'd wait till I see them like coming out in their little outfits, and then I'd bring down his little breakfast, and then we would sit outside the mess hall because spouses weren't allowed in there. And so it would just be him and me at the little picnic, and it was like the best 8 minutes of my life. I'd be like so happy and excited because I just like, we're together. Oh my God, I love you. You're so cute. So I have a really cute picture of him on his birthday. I brought him 300 donuts for his birthday. Will it be easier if you will be a soldier also? I'm gonna say hard no. Because sometimes your orders don't coincide. So I have a friend who's in the Army and her husband's in the Army, and they spent a year apart. They got orders to do 2 different stations.
Yeah.
You have to remember too, if your job, your soldier might go somewhere, but like if you're a soldier too and your orders are for somewhere else, then like they can't always, like your job needs to be there. So how the Army does it, it's not like, okay, we need 100 soldiers here. They go, okay, we need 100 soldiers, but we need them to be this job in this rank. And that's how they fill slots. They fill it by job and rank.
Yeah.
So if your spouse gets this awesome opportunity, this awesome duty station, this awesome assignment, or like Japan for 2 years, and they're gonna be working with like in the job they want, they're gonna be working like under like someone who's like very influential, or they're doing just some dope assignment, or they're going to Brussels. They get assigned to the UN as once in a lifetime opportunity. But your soldier just got orders to deploy. Like, they're not going to let you not deploy because your spouse is going to be in Brussels.
Right.
You deploy. And then, you take the kids to Brussels, or you find someone to take them. Yes. Lots of women are in the... are any sexy soldiers women there? Yes. Yeah, there are. There are definitely attractive female soldiers in the Army. Lots of them, actually. But I've been very lucky. Every female soldier pretty much who's been with Steven has been his boss. Actually, every single one except for one. And she's like my little sister. She's really sweet. So I'm not too worried there. But I will tell you, I'm not going to say her name because that'd be crazy. And they don't work together anymore. But I thought Steven's boss when we first got here was stunning. She was just a stunning person. Like, she was beautiful. She was kind. And I remember one time I told her, I said, ma'am, you are just stunning. Like, she was just she was such a nice soul. I had to. I mean, I'm sure that's not like professional or whatever. And she just got red and was like, thanks, ma'am. And I was like, you're beautiful. like, and I was just like so there's like obviously women are beautiful, and so but it was just that like every single woman that worked with Steven was like an officer pretty much, and they were all beautiful. So I was just like but they were all really sweet. They're not worried about him. They got their own. They got their own. Oh, you fell in love with her, not Steve. I did fall in love with her. I love her. Yeah, she was great. She's a sweetheart. She's a good woman. But yeah, there's definitely pretty female soldiers, but from what I understand, they think that they just are like brothers and sisters, like from what it seems like.
Yeah.
Steven's job is definitely is book heavy. They're all into like tech and stuff like that, so they're all just like they kind of geek out over like.
We're all nerds in my job.
It's like.
We're all nerds.
And they're all pretty sweet, pretty nice, and I think, yeah, but they're definitely pretty female soldiers, and I definitely think that spouses I personally know that have more of a hard time with it, or spouses that were military spouses before they changed the rule where women can do any job a man can do. So now if like they go out into the field, women can do like different infantry jobs as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more situations when they're sleeping together in the field. So, but that's been the rule since Steven's been in the military. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, and then also like I don't know, my husband's not sneaky. And he didn't even lock his phone. So it's like, whatever. Like, I'm not worried about it. I
think our phones have the same passcode.
Yeah, so I don't even, like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Like, maybe that makes me dumb. I don't know. I don't think so. But I think that, as far as, like, marital issues, I think that comes with any job. But there's, I guess, one perk I see is that it's probably a lot harder to get away with stuff in the military because everyone kind of runs in a pack.
Yeah.
Like, it's Steven and Francis. It's not like Steven.
Right.
So you kind of also have, like, other people having your back. But, like, I don't know. He works with a lot of really sweet guys that are, like,
yeah, all
they want to do is make money, serve their country, and, like, buy the latest, like, I don't even know what it is. The thing that you add to a computer to make it be magical. What are those called?
A graphics card, maybe?
I don't even know. Hi! Welcome.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're just answering questions. If you have any questions about the military, let us know. Keep them coming. This is really fun. But yeah, so it's pretty good. They're sweet, innocent bunch. I'm happy. But yeah, there's some pretty ladies.
Yeah.
There's some pretty ladies.
I wasn't saying yeah to the pretty. I was saying we're a sweet, innocent bunch.
I love you. What about? That I don't know. Don't answer that. For Steven, yeah, they're green. But for the woman, I don't know.
Why do you get to know about me personally?
Because I don't want to say anything about the women's stuff because we genuinely don't know.
Oh.
But for the guys, they wear the green shirt. The green.
Yeah, the color is technically called tan 499. Yeah, that's the color of the undershirt as well as the belt.
Isn't it Fruit of the Loom or something? Who makes it? Or Hanes? I don't know.
You can buy civilian companies make them.
Oh,
and you can
choose they're green.
A different one.
They're green, and they're in basic. They get these really ugly tan ones, and they're so sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
Gross. So yeah, they're green and like tan, but mostly green.
But they aside from the t-shirt, you can choose whatever undergarments you choose.
Yeah, but they all
as long as everything that's showing on the uniform
is green,
is the appropriate colors.
Cotton.
If you like. Yeah. There's also some soldiers wear like a special moisture wicking material undershirts, and that's all authorized.
They've gotten creative. There's a lot of stuff. But they wear green and it's cotton and they're cheap.
Yeah, you can essentially there's a lot of companies that sell army authorized or military authorized undershirts and things like that, which are going to be different materials. They can be a poly cotton blend. and different materials meant to be like high performance or whatever.
The biggest drama, or not drama, the biggest expense is definitely the uniform.
Yeah.
The uniform's really expensive.
Yeah.
It was like $40 for the top.
If you want to get like a whole new uniform, including the jacket, the pants, the hat, and put everything sewn on or have all the appropriate badges and tapes on it, it'll probably run you close to $100.
And when he says if you want a new uniform, what he means to say is you need uniforms because they work in them all day.
Yeah.
And they march in them and they get disgusting. So Steven, they get like allowance once or twice a year. I can't remember for clothes.
Once a year, you get around $350, and it changes depending on rank.
So basically, what I do is every year I budget out to buy buy shoes. They don't give it to you for free. Nope.
No, even your first uniform, they take it out of your first paycheck.
Yep. And if you're like us and you're newlyweds and you're not sure what the person's doing, you basically both starve to death so the other person has money. So that's what happened to us. So when Steven went off the basic and he was like, oh yeah, like I'm so sorry about my first paycheck. It was so small. And I was like, you got paychecks already? I didn't know you got paychecks. Like I've been just working extra shifts at work to take care of like our rent and everything because we'd been married for 10 days. So I wasn't sure yet. I was like, I don't want to.
I don't want to take any money from him.
And then I was like, I don't want him to like need it and then not have it. So I just we were both like, so Steven didn't even use like this little card they give them to like take care of stuff, but they charge them for the card. Like it's their money. Yeah. Steven didn't even use it. So like he left basic with like a balance of money that he couldn't use really anywhere else. And then like I hadn't spent any of his money. So he had like 2 months of pay out of the 3 months he was gone at basic because they charged him for the uniforms. And then Steven didn't even get all of his because there was like a hurricane. So yeah, he got charged. So we had to catch up, and that cost a lot of money. So we basically had to like catch him up on uniforms. So he didn't have enough. Yep. But yeah. So anywho, which happens, that's nobody's fault. Right. I will say I don't need it. I'd be like Rambo. No. But I literally was like, I didn't know. Because what I didn't want to do is do something wrong and then like not be sure what. So before Steven left for basic, he sold his car. And then was like, yeah, I'm selling my car. And he's like, and this is for emergency money or whatever. And I was like, okay. And then I basically was like, well, I'm just going to work my butt off while you're gone. Like I've been doing. It's not like I like, I'm done with my life. I'm just going to sit home now. So I just kept working, hustling. And then I just was like, I don't know. Like we never really talked about it. So we both were just assuming the other. No, it's because you can't take your car to basic. And when we met, I owned a car. It was back home in Virginia. And I just lost my train of thought. Oh, I walked everywhere because I'm just like, I just think that like cars are a ripoff. So I just used public transportation. And then Steven had a car, but it was like a really old BMW and it wasn't like, it was kind of on his last leg. Yeah. So instead he sold it right before he left. So we'd have like an emergency fund. Cause again, like we just got married and he got called to duty early. Right. So we were expecting like a month of just like hanging out, figuring out what we're going to do. And then I got cut short to 10 days. Right. And that like, we found that out like on the way to get married in DC we got married in DC where I'm from. Yeah. And so it was like, we just didn't have any time. So we just, I don't know.
We have a car now.
Yeah, we have a car now. We have a little Kia Rio. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and also we didn't live together before we got married. So we had our wedding, flew back to Arizona. Steven moved in with me, and not really with me. I've had an apartment with a roommate, and she moved out, and then Steven moved in. So yeah, we really didn't have time. Like genuinely, like did not have time to be like, what are you gonna do for this? And then neither of us got married with kids. Like I don't know. Yeah. We didn't really have bills beyond like living, but then it was just like we never had time to talk about it. Yeah. This is very very oversharing for YouTube, but that's okay.
Yeah. We've been for a minute.
Yeah.
Almost
but yeah,
at
that's
50
pretty
minutes.
much what happened.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we didn't have to. He didn't have to get rid of it, but it was just kind of like. And then when you leave for basic, unless there's an issue with like your clearance or some other big thing happens, or if they change at the last minute. But before you leave for basic, you know what your job is going to be, and you know where you're going to go train. So Steven's training was about a year in Georgia, so we weren't gonna like drive a like crappy car to Georgia. So we just like whatever figured it out. What is that? Don't know. There's something alive in our house.
I think it's probably a moth or something in the corner.
There's a moth in our house. Sorry, it got really awkward.
We just heard like a fluttering,
what is that?
fluttering
Do they
sound
have
over.
like thrift stores for clothes? Yeah, there's tons of thrift stores, and then you can even like go to Goodwill and stuff and get. There's like military uniforms you can get, but they're switching out the uniforms starting September next year. So lots of times people are getting rid of the old uniform because they're buying the new uniform.
Yeah.
So you don't really want the old one because you can only wear it for a year, and plus it's like someone's used uniform.
Yeah.
But as far as like thrift stores for like normal clothes, there's a lot of thrift stores, and then we're an hour from Nashville, which has the biggest farmers market in the country is in Nashville.
Yeah.
So, wow, military thrift stores. Oh yeah, and there's actually thrift stores on post too.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, and they do like community yard sales, so it's like a yard sales like dream. So basically, there's like a couple hundred military families, and everyone has a yard sale on the same day, and so you just drive around with all these houses, and then you're so close to your house, so you can like load up and go home.
Yeah.
But we haven't done like a house tour or whatever. I don't know if we will, even though it's very highly requested, just because I don't know. But I'm definitely a minimalist, so I don't like stuff. So I'm not really in thrift stores very often, but I love shopping, but I don't like stuff.
No.
I like space.
Not at all.
I hate stuff.
I know.
Like the one, like if my house is on fire, I'd grab my wedding dress, and that's probably it. I actually guarantee that would be it.
I'm a little bit of a hoarder.
Yes, annoying.
I kind of like, oh, I like this. I'm gonna keep this.
Yes, minimalist military household. You know what I have a hoard of plants. Okay, I'm gonna get my favorite plant. Don't turn the camera.
You want me to go grab it?
Yeah, grab it. Steven will grab my favorite plant. It's my baby. Yeah, get it. I have lots of plants. I have a tree, but like there's like nothing else in my house but like plants, and that's it. It's really growing. This is my baby. So I have a lot of plants.
That's the baby.
That's the baby. And then it'd be kind of crazy, but we could do it. We could probably pick up our tree. Go get our tree. Go get our tree. Yeah, I'm gonna push this back so we can get our tree. Plant holder, beautiful. Oh, thank you. I love plants. And this is our tree. It's our actual baby, and he's really been growing really, really well. This is our tree. Isn't it dope? I love it. I love her. I think him. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know. I think all plants are she's, actually. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I made that up. Great. I'm wrong.
Different.
Well, that's right, because they populate or whatever.
Yeah, some pollinate.
Populate. Wow. And then our plant, that Steven's plant that he picked out is over here, but it's actually really mad at me right now because I try to give it some sunlight. I love green. Definitely East Coast girl. I love green. This plant's very mad at me because I try to give it sunlight instead of just knowing with my heart that it does not like sun. And this is Steven's plant, and it's half light green, half dark green.
Yeah.
He's Michelangelo.
Yeah.
And we have a really cool one that like everyone on like Instagram has, but that's not why I have it. I have it because it like you literally can't kill it. Steven, can you get it? He's on the floor right now. We have a chandelier right here, and we actually have him hanging from the chandelier because I'm too cheap to get hooks to like hang up from the wall. But we actually just watered him. They only get watered once a week. But this is our guy. This is our other plant. And he's like a little wet. You can kind of see the water, I think maybe. He's wet right now.
Droplets.
Yeah, but he does not like water. He hates water. No. Nope. That's it. Those are our plants. We have a few more, but I'm not going to like make Steven get them because they're like scattered everywhere. But yeah, we just have plants. You've got so great green hair. Yes, I do. I love plants. I love plants. I love plants. Love it. I love you. Love you. Invite me to Japan. Love you. But yeah, we have some pretty dope plants in our house, and I love them. There's this shop we go to. It's called Flora. It's in Nashville. It's actually owned. It's women owned.
Yep.
And what's cool about that is one of them's from back east, and one of them's from back east, and it's just a really cool shop. And I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I want everyone to own businesses, but I always think it's really cool when like two women or two men can get together that just like both have the same interest, and they can just like make a business from it. I think that's dope. So
yeah,
that's what I love about it. Like, it's very like, and it's just like it's like amazing. So amazing. So yeah, that's it. I think we're gonna end this bad boy.
Yeah.
Because I have work really early tomorrow, and I still have some work to do, and so yeah, I still have some typing to do, and I gotta help my sister out with some stuff, and I need to cook some salads. I need to make some salads for lunches this week. But you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video if you know anyone that's thinking about joining the military, just want some insight in like a 45-minute tangent from Stephen and Francis. We greatly appreciate it, and we love you all, and we definitely thank our RUC family who came and supported us, Mama Spice, and thank you guys.
Lovely Kid Japan.
No, I know, I'm reading her little message. Okay. Oh, love you both. And Lovely Kid Japan, especially, who asked us lots of questions. This was really fun. And for any of our family or friends who are watching, thank you too. And we'll see you guys all later. And hug a soldier. Love them. They work really, really hard. Bye.
Bye.